If you asked any keen observer of Kenyan politics what side Musalia Mudavadi is on, Raila or Ruto, most people would give you a very emphatic answer. They would tell you that Musalia Mudavadi is working with UDA, no doubt about it. But just a few hours ago, Musalia Mudavadi, through his pointman, made things very clear. And you're going to be shocked. Karibu sana to my show today, which seeks to answer an emerging deep mystery in Kenyan politics. I'm very sure you will enjoy. I don't like telling people, I told you so. I have had many opportunities on this channel to tell people exactly that. I've avoided the temptation. But this time round, see, I told you guys that Kenyan politics is going to get very confusing. More and more confusing as we head towards the general elections. See, I told you that. Well, sample the following. The attacks on Raila by Musalia Mudavadi's camp have been very personal. And of course, Musalia Mudavadi's main spanner boy has been Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala. How many times has Malala attacked Raila in a very personal way? How many times? There's this time he told Kenyans that Raila is an expert at being in government without winning an election. There's this time he said Senator Gideon Moi is really affecting OKA because of his close relationship with Raila, is messing up OKA. What he was really saying was that evil Raila was messing up OKA. Indeed, Malala said so many hurtful things about Raila in recent times that many Raila supporters have started hating him. Oh yes. And it has been very clear that whatever lineup we have in 2022, Musalia Mudavadi will definitely not be in Raila's camp. That has been very clear, even to the casual observer of Kenyan politics. Now suddenly, very suddenly out of the blue, Malala says, Raila Tosha. Now when Malala says that, what is he saying? He is saying, even as far as Mudavadi, his master, is concerned, it is Raila Tosha. Now. Kweli, what can be more confusing than that? Is Malala serious? Now, I know we're in the season of politics and politricks and propaganda, so chances are very high many will not believe what I've just said. So listen to it from the horse's mouth. Just listen in for a minute to what Malala said.
Lakini tunataka tukutume kwa Mheshimiwa Mudavadi wewe Khaniri, sababu kwako na kwa Mudavadi ni karibu, ya kwamba yeye kama sisi Waluya tutasimama nyuma yake. Ni lazima aende atafute marafiki kutoka kule mbali, washikane nao marafiki, kwa sababu kura ya Mluya haiwezi mfanya akuwe rais peke yake. Ni lazima aende atafute Wajaluo, atafute wale wengine wa Kikuyu, wakuwe pamoja, tumuunge mkono. Na Kenya hii vile imesimama sasa hivi, tuko na wanaume tu wawili ambao ni lazima washikane na Musalia. Mmoja ni William Ruto na mwingine ni Raila Odinga. Truth be told, ni lazima tafute hao wawili mmoja wao. Na sisi tunajua Musalia ni mtu msafi. Tumemtuma atafute marafiki, lakini asituletee rafiki mwizi. Asituletee rafiki wa kuiba mahindi. Asituletee rafiki wa kuiba pesa ya damu. Sisi tutakubali rafiki yoyote, lakini sio huyo mwizi. So tumempatia two options, Raila na Ruto, lakini hatutaki mwizi. Aangalie kwa hao, aachane na mwizi, atuletee huyo mwingine. Si nyinyi mnajua jibu? Jibu ni nani? Raila Amolo Odinga. That's our only option. Kama yeye atataka kutupeleka kwa Ruto, mwambie ataenda yeye peke yake, na wewe Khaniri tutakuweka mbele, tuseme wewe ndio ukue flag bearer, ushikane na Raila, tutafute uongozi wa Kenya tulete hapa. But we shall not be taken to William Samoei Ruto because of his track record. Ama mimi naongea vibaya? Bas. Hiyo ndio msimamo wetu. Sasa mtupeleke kama mang'ombe. Ikifika kule mwisho, juzi nimesikia Barack Muluka, Secretary General wa ANC, anasema ati ANC itafanya kazi na William Ruto. I want to tell Barack Muluka ya kwamba ANC sio wewe Barack Muluka. ANC ni mimi, Khaniri, Osoti. Na sisi tumesema no, we are not going to work with William Samoei Ruto. Na mumeona juzi yule seneta wetu ambaye alikuwa hapa, daktari mzima Boni Khalwale, mtu ambaye mimi nimeheshimu kwa miaka mingi. Siku hizi saa 1 kamili kule Sugoi kwa Ruto, Khalwale ashafika kwa mlango. Yeye ndio anafungulia Ruto mlango, yeye ndio anaosha vyombo kwa Ruto, yeye ndio anapatia Ruto nini. Ai! Sasa daktari mzima unaenda kupakulia mwanaume mwenzako chakula kwa nyumba. Shame on you, Khalwale. Shame on you.
Drama, Ben drama, Arab drama, Ole drama, Mto drama. Zote pamoja. Wa. Clearly, you can hear Malala is very clear. He has started by giving hints, but then he has even mentioned the name. And you know the Secretary General of Musalia Mudavadi's ANC decamped many months ago to UDA. And we know that that Secretary General is still very close to Musalia Mudavadi. In fact, he talks with a lot of authority about ANC issues. And as you have heard Malala reminding us, that ANC Secretary General has assured Team Tangatanga that ANC is going to work with UDA. ANC must work with UDA. Gosh, what's going on here? Now let's look at some other clues that may help us shed light into this deep mystery from Kenyan politics. We know that the way Raila Odinga has been behaving is as if he's not concerned about Western Kenya. Either he has given up, or he knows something that we don't. Yeah? Have you ever watched that kind of movie where this cop is chasing a thug and then suddenly the cop stops? And the thug is happy. Yeah? And they keep running. And the cop looks very relaxed. And then in the next scene, you see the same cop waiting at another corner as that same thug comes walking along. The cop knew that he had already cornered the thug. Yeah, he knew something the thug didn't know. That where he was headed would go round and round and come out somewhere where the cop would be waiting for him. Is this the same case with Raila? Did he know that whatever happens to the Mulembe nation, he'll be waiting for them at another exit? And they will be completely cornered? There is another third possibility. That all these we have been treated to, all these bitter statements, bitter remarks, were all part of a script. And Raila Odinga himself was involved in that script, in putting that script together. Pengine hii ndio mchezo ya wale watu wanacheza Champions League, as far as politics is concerned. Now, I'm not going to make any conclusions yet because I don't have any evidence. However, let us look at a few telltale signs, things that have unfolded that may suggest this third option is exactly what has gone down here. Number one, the behavior of Francis Atwoli, the Kotu boss, who is very close to Raila. He has also not been very worried about prominent politicians in the Luhya nation joining UDA. Even the suspicion that Mudavadi was already working with UDA has not concerned Atwoli. Why? The way we know Atwoli, he'd have gone to the Jeff Koinange show, and somewhere in the middle of the show, he would have stood up, his usual drama, manenos. He would have stood up and started saying something like, Musalia, mwana wa Ingo, what are you doing? Musalia, I'm telling you, what are you doing? So you remember when he was telling us, in whose hands are we safe? That kind of drama. Atwoli has done no such antics. Why? And Musalia joining UDA would obviously have been a big blow to the Raila camp. Another clue. Musalia has not made his position clear. When you're accused of something, sooner or later you'll come out and make your position clear. And you'll tell Kenyans, yes, I'm joining UDA. Or no, I'm not joining UDA. Musalia has just kept quiet. And the rumors have built up. Imeongezwa chumvi na sukari na kachumbari. Till everybody has believed Musalia Mudavadi, UDA, without fail. And as I said earlier, Raila himself has been behaving as if he does not care about Luhya votes. Something else very important. The chaos within the Mulembe nation, who have they favored? UDA or Raila Odinga? They have favored Raila Odinga because Raila Odinga has always had the Luhya nation. Bring in confusion and it makes it that much harder for UDA to raid the Mulembe nation. I hope I've not lost anybody because even in soccer, some of these modern coaches apply tactics. When you're told about them, you're more confused than when they started talking. True story. Yani, they do things which are so technical. And of course, they win the match. They're so technical that you can't even begin to understand them. Folks, I suspect that somebody has played this politics in a very technical way. Champions League standards, Champions League level, which many Kenyans will never believe, will never understand. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, this Champions League guy will win. Because all indications and signs are showing us that after all the confusion in the Mulembe nation, when the dust settles, the Luhyas are going to be very clear as to who they're going to vote for. That is what is emerging with the recent developments. Apart from what Malala told us very clearly in Swahili, clear Swahili. Well, what I can promise you is even more confusion as we head to the general elections. But I hope those of us on this channel will never be confused. We may be puzzled for a short time, but we'll never be totally confused. Because we'll know exactly what is happening behind the scenes. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.